So now we get into high school. What high school did you go to?
I went to Hillsborough High School, home of the Terriers.
Well, you almost forgot.
Yeah, because right next door was the last middle school that I went, and it was home of the Bulldogs. So,
Uh, oh, okay. Those dogs.
so
Okay.
they have the smaller one, we have the bigger one, but they look exactly the same. Just one had an M and one had an H in the hat.
Yeah. So, what that was experience like? I know you said that you was working part time and had more responsibility, but what was it like for you in high school? Because that's another. Because we have elementary and junior high school self discovery, and you was moving around. It was it wasn't a set place, but high school was more stable for you, right? It was more
Yes, it was the
yeah,
first place that I got to experience from start to finish in the same
yes,
place.
good, good. Okay, that's good.
Because
How was that like?
it was wonderful because the people that I went to middle school with, I went to high school with, so I finally had um, more substantial friendships, and some that I still 20 years later have today, that I
Nice.
cherish. And I actually was about to had to move from that high school, I think my sophomore year, because we moved about a good 45 minutes away.
Mm-hmm.
And, it was going to shift me to a different district. And I told my mom that I did not want to move. I didn't want to be the weird, freaky, smart kid anymore. I finally made friends. You can't do this to me. She goes, I'm so sorry, but there's nothing we can really do. And so I got my booty a job, and I used that money to take the city bus every morning and take that
Wow.
45-minute commute um,
To and
to my
fro.
to my school. Yes, so that
Wow.
way I wouldn't have to leave my school.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, no, I don't blame you. I do understand that. It's like, look, I'm not going to be keep move. I'm not going to keep doing this anymore. I can't keep doing this
Yeah, no,
anymore.
I
So I
wanted a
get
sense of
it.
stability for myself. So,
Yeah,
if,
yeah,
and my mom taught me, if you really, really want something, go out and get it. Go out and do it.
yeah.
Don't let
Sometimes
somebody
she
try to do
supports
it for
you on
you.
that. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
good that she supported you on that decision.
yeah,
Yeah.
no,
So
'cause I kept my
yeah,
grades up, and I was always responsible. Uh, and it was just one of those things. Well, if that's what you want to do, go and do it. I'm not going to stop you. If you keep it together, not and show that you're able to do it, you're fine to do it. And then it was just one of those. By then, she was kind of like, it wasn't even a thought. It was like, if that's what you want to do,
yeah.
go and
Do
do
what
it.
you
You're safe. You're good, because you normally have it together. So
Yeah, right, exactly, and I think that's impressive. That is really impressive. So, like, did you join any clubs? Were you into different type of extracurricular activities in high school? Was- But I know it's
yes,
hard 'cause you was working as
yes.
well.
Um, uh, as eclectic musically we grew up with
Mhm.
was me in high school. I hung out with just about everybody, um, and I probably graduated with about 32, 33 credits, which I think you only need like 25. I was just hungry for things, so so I did musical theater. Like I joined the drama department. I was in the ROTC for many years. There,
Okay,
I did the orchestra for the first like 3 years of high school.
nice.
Uh,
What'd you play?
so I did sewing.
What did you play? What instrument did you play?
Well, I learned how to play the violin. I settled on the viola because it was a bigger size and it fit me longer, better because my arms were longer. But I
Okay.
do know how to play the cello and the double bass as well.
Oh, okay. But you still know how to play well?
No, that was a good 20 years ago. I put the strings down.
But that is so cool. That is so dope. And where did you work at that time? Where were you working?
I was working at a grocery store called Publix.
Publix. Oh, okay. We got
Yeah,
Publix
yeah.
here.
If for those who know, it's where shopping is a pleasure.
Oh,
I love a
okay.
good jingle.
Oh, there was a jingle? I didn't know
Well,
Publix
not
had a
a
jingle.
jingle, but like a jingle or a slogan.
Or
If I can remember
a
it,
motto.
yeah. Like if I'm one of those, like, if you got a good jingle or if you got a good catchphrase, I'm gonna remember it, and that's where I'm gonna shop because I remember it.
Yeah. Oh, and so, what was that like? How did you juggle it all? How did you manage? I mean, I know there were times you might have been frustrated, or you had moments where you felt like, the independence. You felt, the sense of freedom, but it's also a sense of frustration as times as well, because you're human, you're young, and so, how did you manage it?
again, because I grew up so aware and watching my parents work hard, and it just taught me like I don't complain because life could be worse.
Mm,
I've been through the worst, and so right now this is fine. This is easy. Once I get out of here and I'm on my own, there's nobody to hold my hand. There's nobody to
mhm.
make it all better. So why complain about it now when it's still easy?
So
And get my act together, and get the foundation blocks that I needed or that I was already handed by my parents, and just roll with it. Make my own house, make my own life. And so it really wasn't a lot of complaining on my end. It was, I wish I had more, I guess, attention as
right.
growing up, but that was about, honestly, my only complaint in life was I just wanted more attention, and with 6 kids, you don't always get that.
And sometimes I think with parents, I mean, even though we still want that attention, a lot of times they feel like, we could kind of shift it towards someone else because you being, so strong and independent, you know, um, doing
It was
everything on
exactly
your own.
that.
And like, they feel like, oh, what will you need us for? But no, we still need you.
Yeah,
We
Marcos has it
yeah,
together. If he wants something or he needs something, he'll communicate that.
right,
And
right.
so
Did you
a lot
communicate
of the
that?
times I was an afterthought as
Mm,
far as making sure, is he okay? Is he emotionally fine? Because they're like, well, he'll say if he's okay. He'll say if he needs something,
okay.
type of
And let me
situation.
yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. What you say? I'm sorry. Was that last part?
It was more like, if I really need something, he'll say it. He'll communicate his
Communicating.
feelings. Versus I was very much like my mother, strong, silent, keep it together, don't show no weakness. Just live life and make it look easy, effortless.
Yeah, so now, you I mentioned before that, when start paying bills, you have more of a say. Let me ask you this now, did you have to pay towards the bills or you wanted to? Did you have to?
I wanted to, just to help out. Um, I was asked which ones I would like to take on, and it was like the utilities, like the cable bill, and then I took on the electric bill, then I took on the water bill, and then with work, and then I started paying parts of the rent. So it was a
Mm,
gradual progression. As I saw, like, I wanted, my mom not to have to stress as, or my parents, I didn't want them to have to stress as much. And if you have now 8 individuals in the house and 2 dogs and a cat,
mm,
you know,
wow,
that's a lot. That's a lot of food. That's a lot of time. That's a lot of
mm.
energy. That's a lot of bodies to take care of. And I wanted to do my part to help contribute to the family.
And I think that's so commendable of you, but I just feel like sometimes, and no offense to any parents or any families, but I just feel like that responsibility shouldn't fall on you,
No, it
especially
did. And that's where I took it upon myself.
okay.
And my
Mhm.
mom was very appreciative. It was also that moment, like when I had extra money, um, I'd go and like, here, mom, go get your nails done. I want you to look
Mhm.
good. I was always like, I want to always my mom to feel good and be happy about that, and to feel good, look good, because I'm like, you're everything. But don't get me wrong, I did buy stuff of my own. I had my own DVD collection. I had my own TV. I had my own shelf in the fridge that nobody could touch
Alright.
because I
Nobody
bought it
can touch
myself. And my
it.
mama said that if it's mine and I bought it, nobody else could touch it. So,
True. Right,
so
right.
don't get me wrong. I had my independence, and I did what I wanted to do with my money. So
Okay. So it was like a kind of a flex, kind of like a balance there.
yeah, I
Mhm.
took care of the bills that I wanted to, and I took care of my family in the way that I wanted to.
Got it.
It was never
On
a
your
forced
terms.
situation, because, like I said, 2 weeks after high school, I said, "It's okay. I'm done. I'm out. It's time for the other ones to step up if they want to step up and take care of things,
Right.
um, and just help contribute." Because I'm like, why not?
Yeah, because I was gonna ask you, did they, like, during the time that you were contributing, were they contributing as well? Or it was all on you?
I know my older sister was, because she's 5 years older than me. But my mom always, she, my mom is just a sort of strong, independent woman, and was the type that if she could keep us all in a big old house together for the rest of our lives, she would. So, um, I really tried not to, as I got older, to insert myself into like a more parental role. I literally left that to my parents to do. And I just
Mhm.
focused on me, what I wanted to do, and I was living in the house. And like I said, for me, I was thinking ahead. So I'm like, if I'm already paying bills, I already kind of know how this works. Already know where to go. And so literally moving out was very easy for me because I knew how utilities worked. I knew how the rent worked with the Section 8, but I got, my first place was an efficiency. So it was a one bedroom everything. And
Like studio?
yes, and it was difficult. I lived off ham and cheese sandwiches for the first, I think, 6 months until I learned how to cook anything else because I was, as my family referred to me, Mr. Burnett.
Oh, oh, oh.
But
Oh,
I got myself together. Now I
you
can
got it,
cook.
you got it.
Yes,
Yeah,
you
so
will
how was
never.
that like for you? You've been on your own, like, for the first time and so young, 'cause you what, 19, 18?
Yes, 19. It was amazing.
It was oh, you yes,
I was
that's
ready.
yeah,
Everything
'cause
was fine. I didn't
yes.
have to share nothing. I didn't have to wake up to nobody's noise. It was fabulous.
Freeing,
But
yeah.
I did have that's where I had the resentment, and I probably didn't talk to my family, including my parents, for probably the first year.
Mm,
Um, and my mom finally reached out, is like, I want to see you. I hope you're doing well. And I was kind of like in my own little, I'm living my own life right now. So,
wow.
but
No,
then
that's
she's like,
really
do you have
okay.
this? Do you have this? I said, yes, I have. I have what I need. And she's like, do you have an oven? I was like, no, I have a dual Bunsen burner. And so she's like, can I get you a housewarming gift? And I said, sure. She gave me a toaster oven. She came to visit my efficiency, my studio. And that broke me down. And I was like, oh, I miss my
Aw.
family. And then I started inviting my brothers over and cooking meals for them. And they're like, oh my God, you can cook. I was like, yes, yes, I can. So
Oh, that is
that's
so
where I rebuilt my relationship with my family, was taking that time apart and really growing into my own self as a person versus the
yes,
collective.
absolutely. Because it gave you some time, it gave you more freedom to self-reflect, right? I mean, it gave you
Yeah.
more freedom to yes, so I
And,
think that
and
that's
and that moment to forgive things, like forgive my
yeah,
brothers for, and forgive myself for being so, I feel like, angry. As teens we're angry about nothing, but
mm-mm.
everything's do or die and life or death. So getting older, you're reflecting on, yeah, I needed a I had that for me, that was my immature moment. And I and
I don't think it
but
was immature.
not immature, but immature as I feel like I was gonna be for
Okay.
myself. Um, that was just my moment of like, no, I wanted this and I wanted that and I didn't get it, so I just, I'm leaving type
Oh,
of
okay.
situation.
Oh, okay, I
Uh,
got it.
but then I grew my independence, I grew my wings, I grew my self esteem up a little bit more, and but realized at the end of the day, like my mom always preached us, family is the most important thing, and I really did miss them. So
Yeah. Yeah, so now, so, alright, so you got your own place, you graduated from high school. What else did you do right after? Did you, continue education or you could just continue to work? Like, where did you go from there, right after high school?
I didn't. I actually got a full ride to a college called High Point University, but I didn't go because my partner at the time didn't want me to leave. And
Oh,
so I didn't end up going. So I never sought a higher education other than my diploma. Um, but then I also realized I'm so fickle. I don't have any tattoos or anything like that because that's such a final thing. And I'm like,
right.
college is expensive. And by that time I got tired of people telling me what to do. And you're not going to tell me that I'm paying for this and you're gonna fail me based off of
Mm.
any kind of life circumstance. So it kind of worked out the way it needed to, I guess, in that sense.
Yeah, are you
Um,
able to read the comments, Victoria? Are you able to read the comments?
I don't see any.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll read it for you. Joy Barnes, how you doing, Joy Barnes? They're saying that
Hi.
a lot of people don't understand that we sometimes have to forgive ourselves as well as others. That's what the comment said.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I did with that year apart, just
Mhm.
giving time to forgive myself because there are things that I needed to go through on my own and not have, a whole family to think about.
Right.
It's that
Yeah.
moment that they keep telling you when you're on a plane, before you can put on your child's mask, you have to put on your own. And I felt like that was the
Mhm.
moment I had to put on my own mask
Yes,
and,
yes.
and be be Marcos for once and not be Marcos and a family of 8.
Right. Yeah, so now you said that you, didn't, pursue higher education, but what did you end up doing? Like, what type of jobs did you have?
I worked a lot. I worked a lot of
Yeah,
part-time
give
jobs
us
because it was
some
really hard
jobs,
for me to
yeah.
find a full-time. So at one point, I had about 5 part-time jobs, all at once. I was
All
a
at once.
hostess at the Cheesecake Factory. I worked as a as a cashier at McDonald's. I was still at Publix, shifting around from
How did
the front desk to the bakery department. Um, I worked at a frozen yogurt store called Pinkberry. I
ah,
and I was also a delivery courier with my stepmother for her company. So I was
and
doing all
so
of that at once.
so sleeping was never in the or like, sleeping just never occurred to you, huh? Rest just wasn't
Well,
in the,
I've
in the
never really
card.
saw my parents sleep very much, so I didn't think of it as something that was very much needed.
Yeah,
Or
but I'm
it
kinda
happened when it happened.
odd. But I
But
know you
making
like I'm sorry.
but making a life was more important. And when you're living life, you don't really think about it at the time.
Right, right, that's true. You don't think about your body wearing out. Did it wear out?
In ways, yeah, ways that I'm at 38 now. I'm like, your body would probably be in better shape
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
took care of it in your early 20s, but it's okay if you did what you needed to do and you are where you are and you're happy where you are. So it's more life experiences.
Yeah, so do you have a or do you still have a regular job now outside of this? Do you have a regular job
This
still?
is my job.
Okay.
I'm
So you
I-
just
I'm happy to say that entertaining here at Hamburger Mary's, that's my full-time job.
okay.
This is how I make my living. This is my bread and butter, and I get to do what I love, and
Nice.
that for me is the most rewarding thing that I could
It
ever
is.
really
It really
have.
it really is, and I love that for you. Yes, absolutely.